Nothing better could be expected of an authoritarian regime which has failed to protect its own citizens, especially at a time where Indians are left to fend for themselves. Yogi Adityanath, the chief minister of the largest state in India, has told hospitals that there would be no SOS messages for oxygen while patients are lying on pavements. Just today, I got a video from a local journalist who showed me 140 cremations at a single crematorium. And at a time like this, when I posted the video, and many other people are posting the video, the government feels it's exposing the extent of the devastation, and to hide its inefficiency, the government is doing this. And Facebook and Twitter seem to have been enabling Modi government as always.
But Rana, the government isn't disputing the severity of the crisis right now in India. Most of the debate is about whether it should have done more several weeks ago. But who in India was predicting a spike of this scale? Because lots of Indians, not just the government, didn't see this coming.
No, I think I would beg to differ. The Indian government is still not conceding that there is a problem. The health minister today went on television sets and said the mortality rate is 0.3%, when every day, according to rough estimates, when we speak to health officials and when we see reports, local reports, including regional newspapers, the death toll has gone to something as close as 20,000. And we still have election rallies happening in various parts of the country. Indian news channels are still running election news, breathless election coverage. So I do think there is a huge problem at hand. And let me remind you that all the reports so far are still talking about urban India. We have not spoken about the rural devastation yet.
But Rana, let's talk about those elections. You're criticising TV news covering elections, but I can think of the US presidential election that took place during the pandemic. There were just restrictions in place. Surely you're not suggesting the elections should have been cancelled?
Of course not. Elections are over. Elections are absolutely over. But at a time like this, when there are people dying of oxygen shortage, and if television channels are running 24-hour exit poll results, these are not even results. The results are on the 2nd of May. You're talking about exit polls. How do you expect the government to act responsibly when our media is not acting responsibly? And when the government of the state is still holding election rallies, and Prime Minister Modi's party is posting videos of the crowds on social media while people are requesting for oxygen and bed, and thousands are dying on a daily basis, there is not a single family in India which has been unaffected by this devastation. Everybody has lost somebody. Surely we can't be celebrating the festival of democracy in the form of elections.
So, Rana, I can hear your anger with the Prime Minister and with his government and with his BJP party. From this point onwards, what do you want the government to do to help all of the Indians, you say all Indians, who are affected by this pandemic?
The government really needs to up the ante. The government really needs to proactively work towards providing oxygen, ensure that ventilators are in place in hospitals, and dedicating every possible resources. Our doctors are overstretched. We do not have testing facilities in the villages at all. So government really needs to act quickly before it's too late, because the cases are exploding in India. We have had 1 million cases in 3 days, and the death rates is rising every day. The Prime Minister really needs to act and really needs to up instead of focusing on elections right now.